in Medellin. All right, we move on now, and it's the guys taking center stage for the men's team bronze medal match. Should be an interesting matchup. As Canada, a bit of a surprise, came out of qualifying number 12, but got through the qualifying rounds. And they defeated China 5-4 in a shoot-off, 28-25 in the shoot-off. Knocked off France 6-2, and then lost to Korea 6-2. But the surprise on the men's team competition, definitely Team Canada. Crispin Duenas, who will be Mike's side this afternoon, out there on the shooting line. Crispin being joined by his teammate Hamilton Nguyen and Brandon Xuereb from Toronto, the third archer for Team Canada. So Canada with its hands full with the team from Spain. Spain qualifying 6th this week with wins over Chile 5-1. They blanked Japan 6-0, then lost to Mexico 6-2. But we were mentioning Miguel Alvarino a moment ago. He's in this lineup with this team.
And leading the lineup, definitely.
Miguel Alvarino, the 21-year-old, ranked 8th in the world, and the winner of the World Cup gold medal last year in Mexico City. On your left. And his partners in crime today, Juan Rodriguez and Miguel Angel Pifarre, who also is known by the name Mickey, which I kind of prefer.
That's better to speak in English.
Yes. From this point forward, he will be known as Mickey.
Mickey. Oh, now, Carl, what really caught my attention in this is that Spain, in the 10 sets they shot prior to this match, they had only one below 55 points. And that's just an outstanding average. Like in competition, shooting elimination matches against top teams, that is an awesome average. And I find it pretty upsetting that they're shooting for bronze. Oh, what was that? Oh, Miguel just made a small mistake, because usually 2 whistles calls you to the line in individual, but not in team matches. But everything's fine now.
There was a little bit of confusion with that yesterday in compound as well. There were a few yellow cards, but
adds up to the emotion.
So Miguel Alvarino gets the party started with a 9. That is remarkable, averaging 55 points per set.
It's amazing. But they faced Mexico, and they were also in great form, and now they're shooting for bronze. I'm sure they'll definitely go for it.
And we'll see Mexico momentarily in the gold medal match. Pair of 9s for Spain. Now the Spaniards trying to break through and get their first 10 of the day. Not to be outside in the 8 ring after Mickey's 9. There's an 8 for Rodriguez.
And there we have a left-hander.
Have a couple of left-handers. Crispin Duenas is also shooting from the left side.
Oh, he's right-hander, I think.
No, you're right, he is.
Yes, he is right-handed.
Brandon, take that second. You've got lots of time.
Hamilton Nguyen. Both high.
Oh, it seemed to me that he didn't really finish the shot. He was too eager to leave the line.
Crispin Duenas bringing it closer to the middle. But immediately, Canada falling 4 points behind Spain midway through the opening set. The deficit that can be made up if Spain gives them the opportunity, and Miguel Alvarino doesn't seem inclined to do so.
Not at all.
Miguel Angel Pifarre. A 9 on his first shot and a 9 on his second shot. So very, very consistent shooting right now for Spain. right out of the gates. Getting a fast start.
In this take, we could see the way he draws. He puts his bow arm a little bit offside, and then he brings it in.
And you could tell as soon as he released, he wasn't thrilled with the shot. It's a 7.
He wasn't very happy. I think the wind is moving the bow arm a little bit, and that it's hard to cope with that when you're aiming.
It seemed to pick up just as he was about to release. So Brandon Xuereb out of Toronto. Only 20 years of age. Hamilton Nguyen, only 24 years old. Shot at Shanghai and Medellin last year. No medals, at least not yet.
But he was in the Canadian team who was silver medalist at the test event in Rio. That was a very nice result for them.
So the captain, Crispin Duenas, trying to improve on the 8 on his first shot, and does so. A respectable score for Canada, but 3 points short of Spain, and the Spaniards take the first set and take the lead 2-0. And so far today, the teams that have jumped out and taken the lead have gone on to win.
Yeah, Spain started pretty confident in the yellow already, while Canada, they were still finding themselves, still, getting to know where they were standing. I think the second set will be a tighter match.
Well, a year ago,
and worthy of saying that Canada, even though they ranked 12th, they showed on their way to this match that they can shoot some really high sets. Like they shot a 60 against China. I think it was the only 60 in the competition. So I don't know, they might just come up with a 59, 58, or maybe a 60 to challenge Spain.
Perhaps they can find that magic once again here. Still early in the match and only down 2-0. I was going to say a year ago, I meant 2 weeks ago in Shanghai, it was India blanking Great Britain 6-0 in the men's team bronze medal match. And right now, that's what Spain obviously has in mind, trying to reel off a straight set win. That's what happened in the women's matches. Mexico scoring a 6-0 win over the United States, and Korea defeating China 6-0. So the victors so far have made quick work of it. One more match left on our card for this morning, and that's coming up in just a few moments. The men's team gold medal match, Mexico and Korea. Right now, Crispin Duenas, Hamilton Nguyen, and Brandon Xuereb with their work cut out for them, trying to get back into this match.
Once again, we see a team that is already qualified with a full team quota for Rio, which is Spain, while Canada is still working their way into that. And I'm sure that just being in this final, no matter, regardless of the result, it really gives them a boost for Antalya when they can have a chance to qualify for Rio.
Brandon Xuereb ranked 268th in the world. And disappointed in himself.
Yeah, he doesn't really look very relaxed. Maybe he just has to.
But the key is not getting down on yourself.
Yes, it's a game of confidence.
And that will build confidence for Hamilton Nguyen.
Hopefully. And they've got Crispin, a very experienced and strong shooter, to finish this first part of the set.
4 out.
Crispin, of course, the bronze medalist at the World Championships in Belek back in 2013. Strong effort.
Strong, even though he held it for a little bit longer than usual, he was still able to hit the 10. Now 27 is not a bad start.
Alvarino lines it up. Locks in on the 9 ring.
Vamos, Miki, tranquilamente. Puedes. Saca muñeca. Eso. Muy bien. 9.
Just on the line. Pifarre,
Vamos, Juan.
who's 23 years old and looking for his first World Cup medal. as is Juan Rodriguez.
10. Muy bien.
And we take a look at that target face, and 3 9s, possibly a 10 in there. They could have a 1-point lead.
They could have. Juan, he doesn't have a World Cup medal yet, but he is a very good archer.
Brandon battling those nerves, holding it together, getting an 8. Better effort that time.
I have a feeling, Carl, that both Brandon and maybe Hamilton, they're leaving the line too early. They're not really finishing the shot. And that's something very hard to control sometimes.
Is it a concern about timing and making sure you're leaving enough time for your teammates?
Yes, because the time is pretty short and you got to get out of line. Your teammate needs to get in and prepare the shot. So you really want to do things as quick as possible. But that can be an enemy.
10.
With less than 10 seconds to go, Crispin Duenas releases and lands it in the 9 ring. So right now, Spain needs 26 points to take the set and move out to a 4-0 advantage. Miguel,
Muy bien. X.
you heard it from his coach, muy bien.
Muy bien, very good.
자, 미키. Vamos. 9 izquierda. Apunta. Compensamos. Tranquilo.
Coach telling him to
Come on.
aim a little bit off to the left,
Meca.
maybe 9 left.
Yeah.
Follows instructions.
Just perfect. Maybe that's where Juan needs to aim.
15 ahora.
Just follow the game plan.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Rodriguez
6, 5,
aiming for what
short
could be the
time.
4th consecutive
Muy
10.
bien. 9.
Instead, it's a little low, but in the 9 ring, and it's more than enough. 9 is more than enough for Spain to pick up that set, pick up 2 more set points.
Well, it seems we're on our way to seeing a third match being won by 6-0. Spain, they really found where to aim. They have found where they're standing, regarding the wind, while Canada is still battling a little bit.
And in each of the cases, in each of the matches that we've seen so far, it's been mental as much as anything else. Once these teams have gotten down, it's been hard for them to get themselves turned around mentally.
Well, archery is a very mental sport, very, very mental, because if we put these archers shooting, in a training session, relaxed, pretty much everyone's going to shoot very close scores. But the real difference comes in such environment. Like, it's a medal final with all the cameras.
How do you handle this pressure? Yeah.
Yeah, and it all comes to how you handle it. That's how you put it, and it's a battle of confidence. You know that you're losing, but you can still make it. If you believe it till the end, you can shoot 10s and you can put pressure on them. And just like in individual eliminations, this scenario in which the Spain guys find themselves, they're like so close to the win, but still, if Canada shoots very, very better, and then forces the shoot off, then the whole pressure goes to Spain because they were so close to the win, and now they're about to lose it. So it can be very tricky and very fun to watch.
So Canada still has hope, but they've got to come through here in this third set. Brandon Xuereb from Toronto, from the left side, and again, as you've said before, seemingly leaving that line pretty quick.
Yes.
Although that may be the way he normally shoots.
Can be.
Could be.
Could be.
But he's off that line very quickly after releasing the 7. Hamilton Nguyen picked up a team silver medal a year ago at the Arizona Cup. Nice effort.
Guys, you're left again.
Long hole, but seemed like a good shot, and there it was. Gold ring.
And Crispin Duenas, who also makes his home in Toronto, when he's not hanging out down in Florida, caught the line for a 10.
I really like Crispin's shot. It's also very simple, very straight, and it seems very firm and confident.
Marca punto de espalda. Muy bien.
Alvarino
9 derecha.
Picked
Muy
up
bien.
so much confidence and experience last year in Mexico City by winning that gold medal at the World Cup Finals. And now we really see the wind starting to almost gust.
Medio.
Yeah, that's why Miguel just threw his arm, because I think at the last moment the wind just blew and
Relajado.
maybe put his aim a little bit off.
Bien, 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 bien.
And it may have affected that shot right there by Pifarre.
You see, now that the wind is catching up, it's really nobody's game.
Watch the sock.
So Rodriguez needs to come through with a 9
Esa.
for Spain to keep pace with Canada.
Correcto.
There may be some change in the wind right now as
Now-
Canada leads it by 1.
Now Canada has a great opportunity to catch up with Spain and stay alive in this match and maybe force a shoot-off.
Question is, how can they handle the wind?
They just got to be confident. In the wind, pretty much all the time, what you got to do is just shoot quick. You choose a spot in the target to aim and you just go for it.
Good
And
shot, Brandon.
Well, that's got to make Brandon Xuereb feel really good.
yes.
That was an important
Watch
shot
there.
for his team.
Whoa,
as
now
the
look at
gusts
that.
are really picking up right now. Hamilton Nguyen trying to focus in. You can see the limbs and the leaves on that tree behind him. A quick release, and
no.
oh, did he miss?
Maybe he did.
We'll widen out with the camera and try to find that arrow. ¿Dónde está?
Yes, I think it was a miss. Oh,
And-
so bad.
Trying to shoot into that wind, and it appears as though Hamilton Nguyen missed
4.
on that shot. An excellent effort by Crispin Duenas.
Michael.
Indeed. Well, Hamilton was in such a difficult situation. You could see his bow arm moving so much, and it's just so hard to keep your focus and to keep confident for the shot.
Eso, punto de espalda.
And it came after a great effort by
Eso
Brandon
es.
Xuereb.
Bravo. 9
And right
izquierda.
now, basically, Spain just needs to hit that target. Almost
Sí.
anywhere on that target.
Vamos.
Just bring it home.
Medio.
The 10 right here would do it.
Eso es. Muy bien. 9
Almost
arriba,
got
muy
it.
bien.
Almost academic.
Ah, relajado. 20 ahora.
Only
So
1
the-
point to win. That's,
I think that's doable for Juan Rodriguez.
Cabeza.
let's see. Only ends when the arrow hits the target.
Yes. Eso
Confident
es.
look on his face as he goes and seals the deal. Juan Rodriguez brings the bronze medal home for Spain. Strong team effort. And of course, Canada will have to always wonder what if the wind had not picked up. Because obviously that affected the shot by Hamilton Nguyen.
It did. I have a feeling that the wind blew stronger on Canada's turn, unfortunately. But, well, it's alternate shooting. It can happen. And still, it doesn't mean that they didn't have a good run, that they didn't have a good campaign here in Medellin. I think they definitely can remain confident and strong for the team quota in Antalya a couple of weeks from now.
Congratulations to the team holding those bows high here in Medellin, Colombia. Miguel Alvarino, Juan Rodriguez, and Miguel Angel Pifarre.